Don't be afraid to pick up large sets of encyclopedias. There are 52 books in this set, and I find that they are not hard to ship at all. Sometimes I will ship them in 2 or 3 boxes, and I will put them in the description. I'm not sure how I have these set up. I haven't quite looked yet, but I usually put a whole stack of them in a bag, and then sometimes I'll have 2 stacks in each box, maybe a few on the side, and I will usually line the whole box with either very thin styrofoam, or I will use the really big bubbles in the bubble wrap. Not just the tiny bubbles, but I will use the bigger bubble wrap. But I do pick up large volumes of encyclopedias quite often. I always look them up. You don't want to get stuck with encyclopedias that nobody wants or the value is just not there. I have seen huge volumes like this that only sell for $25. So make sure you pick up the right one. So I paid $40 for the 54 of them. They're still on my shelf. I haven't brought them over here yet. So there is a huge volume. I paid $40 for them, and they sold for $270. And as you know, my buyer always pays for shipping. If you haven't been to my channel, my name is Terry. I sell full-time on eBay, and I like to show you what I have found and what I have sold in hopes that you can find these items as well. I love picking up cordless phones. I sell them all the time. I picked this up just 3 or 4 weekends ago at a garage sale for $10, and it already sold for $50. Always make sure that you open up the box if you're ready to buy one and make sure it hasn't been used. I don't sell used ones because the comps on them just drop drastically when they're used, and then you also have to try to figure out if all the parts are there or not. So I will only buy them if they are brand new. I just bought a whole big box of Dr. Seuss books, and I looked them all up and took out the ones that were going to sell for $10 or more to sell them individually, and then the rest of them I'm just going to lot them up and sell them all together. So I paid 50 cents for each book, and this one sold for $14. I picked up these BLISSY pillowcases from an estate sale. They are 100% pure mulberry silk. Not sure what mulberry silk is, but they sure feel really, really soft. I think this is number 3 and 4 that I have sold now. I paid $3 each for these, and they each sold for $50. I was at an amazing sale just about a month and a half ago. It was a hoarder sale, and I picked up some fantastic things there. This is one of them. After I was done looking all through the house, I went into the basement, and this is one of the things I found. I really don't know what it's used for, but it is called Jubilee Crystal Radio Set. I'll show you what it looks like. It's pretty old. I don't know exactly, but I looked at comps when I was there, and there was actually some others listed. I only paid $5 for this, and it just sold for $135. So definitely keep your eyes open for just weird, unusual things that you might not even know what they are, but just look them up, and hopefully you will find some really great treasures. This is one of the books that came out of that really big model airplane lot that I bought. So all the books that were in there were, most of them, probably 99% of them, are about airplanes. So this one is called The Airplane Design, and I have $2 into this, and it sold for $20. I went to a sale, gosh, probably about a year ago or so, and they had so many Ralph Lauren sheets and pillowcases, and they were all vintage, not super old, but maybe from the early 90s. And it looked like all of them had either been taken out of their package and just put in the closet, or maybe washed once. And so this pattern happens to be a very popular one, but they all sold really good. I think I only have one more set of pillowcases left to list, and everything else sold, and I had a whole bunch of them. So I paid $5 for this sheet, and this sold for $45. Always keep your eyes open for Ralph Lauren sheet sets, especially the real pretty floral ones and these paisley ones. Here is a Bob the Builder little toy that I just got a couple months ago at an estate sale. I paid $3 for it and it just sold for $18. I love new and packaged items. They're so easy to sell. So about a year and a half ago, maybe a little bit longer, Lonnie from Shed Flips was selling a ton of audiobooks. He picked up a huge lot of audiobooks. So sure enough, I looked only, I think twice. It was in the middle of COVID. It was in the middle of winter and something popped up. They had just put this post maybe a half an hour before I looked. So it also came, this huge lot that I bought also came with a whole bunch of books. I didn't really want the books, but they said I had to take those too. As I remember, it was a couple hundred books as well. And I did go through all those and I made a good amount of money on those. And then I just donated the rest because they were only worth, I don't know, $3 a piece. I just didn't want to deal with listing those. But the audiobooks, oh my goodness. People that were locked in on COVID were buying the heck out of these. As soon as I started listing them, they sold so fast. I made so much money off of those. Let me know if you sell audiobooks and if they are still selling really, really well. I think this is my last lot that there is. I only have a couple dollars into this and it sold for $18.88. I purchased this book at an estate sale without being able to look it up because I could not find any comps on it at all. But it looked really cool. It's China, the country, and its people. This book is from 1901. Well, my son listed it, I think for 80-something dollars, and somebody picked it up on sale for $75.73. This was a great pickup. A couple of summers ago, I even have a video out there about all the stuff I picked up, and they were all Xbox 360 figures. Super cool stuff. I only have a couple pieces left. I got it from a sale that these people were putting on. They were selling everything in their house because they were moving out of the country. And I grabbed so many things from that sale. That was just one of my favorite sales that I had been to. So I did an average sale on each one of these figures that I picked up. So this one cost me $8.18 and it sold for $40.95. And some of them sold between $200 and $300. It was their son's collection, but he was already in college. He didn't want them anymore. So I grabbed them all. I'll show you the thumbnail on here so you can scroll down and check out that video because I have live footage of me picking them all out. This one sold for $31.47. This one is super cool. It is Magic Fashion Nails. Look at it. It has like the fake fingernails in there that I guess you can actually use. If you have been watching me, you know that I've been selling these little tools. I bought 10 of them for $3 each, so I have $30 into all of them. So this one cost me $3 and this one sold for $24.27. They picked it up on sale. Some of them I think were selling between $30 and $35, but that was a really great pickup. So definitely check out old tools when you are at estate sales and garage sales. I picked up a whole bunch of X-File books and what else was in that lot? Oh, it was Star Trek at a garage sale here in my city. And we were having our annual garage sale. That wasn't this last summer, the summer before that. And so I have probably about $1 into all of these because they just wanted to get rid of them. So they just gave me all the Star Trek books and all of the X-File books. And this one sold for $18.89. Do you pick up Oral-B electric toothbrushes? Brand new in the box. If you don't, you should. Always look them up again because some are more valuable than others. I picked up this 2 weekends ago for $2 and it already sold for $78. I think we were asking $99 and somebody made an offer for $78 and we took it. This is another item I got at that same sale. So I picked it up 2 weekends ago for $2 and it has already sold for $50. So always check out the HP cartridges. I love this Tonka Bronco. I wish I had it in my hand to show you, but I already shipped it out. I paid up for this. I paid $40 for it, and I got it at the same sale that I picked up that Oral-B electric toothbrush and the HP cartridges. I paid $40 for it, and it sold in a couple weeks for $125. Mine was in excellent condition. This set of ophthalmology books I got at an estate sale about 3 or 4 months ago. Probably around 3 months ago, I picked up a whole bunch of ophthalmology books and some other books. It was just such a great find. I ended up paying, it was kind of a weird amount because I think they were doing 60% off or something like that. Can't remember exactly. So I ended up paying $12.80 for this set of ophthalmology books. And they just sold for $200. Again, this was another set of books that I could not look up because I just couldn't find them. And my son listed them. He obviously found comps when I got home. Another thing, I am so lucky to have my son work with me because as resellers, I know that 99.9% of you love to go sourcing and don't like the listing and the shipping and the comping and all that stuff. He doesn't like sourcing. He loves all the customer service. We pretty much have to answer questions and reply back to customers every single day. We have something that he has to deal with. And so he loves to do that. He does all the listing. He does a good majority of the photographing. I probably only do maybe 20% of it now. And then he does a lot of the shipping, but I do help him quite a bit with shipping as well. It just goes faster when we have 2 people doing it. So yes, I feel like a eBay princess to be able to just go sourcing and have him do all that other work. I don't usually sell CDs and DVDs much. Once in a while if it's a set and it's brand new. But I was at an estate sale, one of my favorite people to go to, the last day, and there was just a ton of 80s and 90s rock CDs. And I ended up picking them all up, 2 big tubs of them for $25. I finally got them listed in a huge lot, grouped them all together. There were 180 discs in all. So I paid $25 and I ended up selling it for $99. They were taking up a huge space, so I'm glad to see them go. Hummel is something I don't pick up. I know some of it could be really valuable, but for some reason they were cheap enough. I looked a few of them up and they were doing okay. So I did pick up around 8 of them from a garage sale early this summer. I paid $15 each for them, and this one sold for $34. This Bible is brand new, was still in its package. I paid $5 from it at an estate sale, and it sold for $25. Here is a Bratz doll that I picked up with that huge lot. I paid $10 for it. I actually had somebody buy it that lives in my town. She was looking on eBay for a doll for her daughter, and she purchased it. So we just did a meetup at my house, and you just scan each other's phone saying that the pickup was completed. And she is an eBay seller, so it was really great to meet her. She brought her daughter over with her, so she is a mom. She's super busy. I could have talked to her all day long, but she had to go. But hopefully I'll run into her again. So I bought it for $10 and I sold it for $32. I have picked up and sold quite a few sprinkler systems like this one. I will only pick them up if they are brand new. I don't want to have to deal with trying to figure out if they work or not. I think a lot of people buy them and then they never hook them up. So I usually find them at garage sales pretty cheap. $5 is what I paid for this one, which is high for a garage sale, but I knew it would sell pretty quickly. And it ended up selling pretty fast for $40. I picked up 4 brand new in box Mr. Coffee pot, and they were the smaller ones. They make only the 4 cup. So I got them at an estate sale, and I actually paid, they had 2 different prices on it just because probably 2 different people were pricing at that sale. The price they had on 2 of them was $15 each, and the price they had on the other 2 were $10 each, and they were identical. So I went for half off day, and so I ended up paying $7.50 for 2 of them and $5 each for the other 2. Not a huge profit. I ended up selling each one for $25. I am blown away how fast they sold. They sold so quickly within just a couple days. I had no idea there was going to be such a demand for these. So I was very happy to get these big bulky boxes out really fast. Always look up Yankee candles because they can sell for hundreds of dollars if you have the right one, even if they are partially burned, which it blows my mind. So I saw this one at a church sale for $5 and it sold for $32. I've only had it listed for about 3 weeks. This one was not the $300 one. Here is a set of children's Bible story books. These are vintage. I have had them listed for quite a while, probably close to a year. I picked them up at a garage sale for $5 and they just sold for $79. I just sold this little tiny Bible. It is vintage. It didn't have a year in it. I'm thinking it's somewhere between the 40s and 60s time period. I paid $1 for it and it sold for $27. It was only this big and it came with its original box. This Laura Ashley jumpsuit I picked up about a year ago and I only paid $5 for it. I picked up probably 3 or 4 jumpsuits from Laura Ashley. I think I still have one left, which is corduroy. And this one is a very thin cotton. It is so cute. I only paid $5 for it and it sold for $100. So keep your eyes open for Laura Ashley vintage items. They usually do really, really well. Here is a conversational Italian courses, they call it. I picked it up for $1 and it sold for $24.49. Here is another book that I picked up. I did not like the cover of this. It kind of creeped me out. The eyes on it. Look at it. What do you think? It's called Dreamers of Decadence, Symbolist Painters. I paid $5 for it and it sold for $30. I'm glad it's gone. I don't have to look at those creepy eyes anymore. I am going in for knee surgery. I'm getting a total knee replacement on my left knee. I'm going to ask everyone to send their love, support, good vibes, prayers, however you want to send it to me. Bring it my way. My surgery is on the 29th of August. At 9:30, all the prayers for the surgeon to do really well. I'm terrified. I know it's a very common surgery and I know it's going to go well, but I'm still very, very scared. Hopefully after I'm feeling better, after a couple weeks after my surgery, I will be able to shoot a video, probably not out here. It will probably be a little bit different style of video, but I will be able to put out some kind of informative content. So thank you for watching. Please hit that thumbs up if you like the video, hit the bell if you want to be notified, and please subscribe, and I will see you on the next video.